Welcome to Pi Academy, the place for mathematics and science. Dear students, let's continue the chapter real numbers. You all know that we are in the last part of this chapter. In this part, we particularly focus on the relationship between rational number and its decimal expansion. Yesterday only we recalled three important points. One is, you all know that any rational number can be expressed in the form of P by Q with the condition P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. And this rational number has the decimal expansion in two forms. One is terminating and second one is non-terminating recurring. We have condition for both. A rational number whose decimal expansion will be terminating if and only if, that is in P by Q, if Q is of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, where P and Q are co-primes and m and n are non-negative integers. Once I repeat, a rational number has the decimal expansion which is terminating if and only if Q is of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. And please do remember, P and Q are co-primes, m and n are non-negative integers. And second one, a rational number whose decimal expansion will be non-terminating recurring. This is possible if and only in P by Q, if Q is not of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Here also the condition is same. That is, P and Q are co-prime, then m and n are non-negative integers. With respect to this, yesterday you had written the statement of a theorem where a terminating decimal was given. We know that it can be expressed in the form of P by Q, and Q will be of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, right? This was the statement. So now we are moving to other two theorems. Even I told you that to copy both the theorems from the textbook. If it is already copied, then just observe the board. If not, afterwards you can write with me. Just follow my instructions. It is theorem 1.6. Theorem 1.6. 1.5 was already over. Now it is 1.6. Just observe it. I'll take one example for a rational number. That is, it is 3 by 80. It is a rational number. Now, observe the denominator. It is 80. Then let us find out the prime factorization of 80. Here I'll write 80. It can be divided by 2 40s up, then 2 20s up, then 2 10s up, 2 5s up. Now, 80 can be written as, it is 2 raised to the power 4 into 5. 2 raised to the power 4 into 5 raised to the power 1. So from this statement, we can come to know that in the rational number, the denominator is of the form 2 raised to the power 4 into 5 raised to the power 1. Now let us express its decimal form. Let's see that whether it is terminating or non-terminating. Observe. Here 2 raised to the power 4 is there. Here 5 raised to the power 1 is there. To equalize the powers, I go for multiplying 5 raised to the power 3. Because here is 1, we want 4. So that I have written 3. Here also, same thing should be multiplied. 5 raised to the power 3. And this is equal to, it is 5 cube is 125 125 threes are. It is 375. Next, here 2 raised to the power 4 is there. Here 5 raised to the power 1 plus 3, that is also 4. Then 2 5s are 10. 10 raised to the power 4. I can write it directly as 1 after 40. That is 10,000. This is equal. The decimal form of this number, it is, see the numerator 3 digits are there. 1, 2, 3. Hence I can write 0.0, then 3, 7, 5. So it is terminating. Clear up? So now from this we can conclude that if there is a number which is in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are co-primes, such that Q is of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, then the decimal expansion of the given number will be the decimal number of given number will be terminating. A student was asking a question. If you ask it again, just I'll go for answering that. Okay. Hope that you have understood. Now let me go for writing the statement. And before going to that, once I clarify the statement, let us assume that there is a number x. Sir, if not equal, we should balance 2 by 1 by numerator and denominator. Yes. If it is, he is asking a question that if they are not equal, obviously we have to balance it. Here 2 raised to the power 4 is there. Here 5 raised to the power 1. To equalize, just we will go for multiplying 5 raised to the power 3 to the numerator and denominator. Once I clarify the statement, listen carefully. Let x equal to P by Q be a rational number, where P and Q are co-primes, such that Q is of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, where m and n are non-negative integers. Then the decimal expansion of the number x will be terminating. Hope that you have understood it clearly. Now, let me go for writing the statement. Yeah, please, those who are not written, please go on writing with me. Here are we. Let x equal to P by Q be a rational number. Be a rational number where P and Q are co-primes, such that, see, in this rational number, we know that Q is of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, such that the denominator, that is Q, is of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, where m and n are non-negative integers. Non-negative integers. Then the decimal expansion of x will be terminating. Hope that you have understood the statement. Okay. Now you may go for copying this exam. Take 3 by 80. It is 3 and 80 are co-primes. And you should try to simplify that to get the co-primes. Here already the given numbers are co-primes. 3 by 80. Then find out the prime factorization of 80. They have already given 80 is in the form of 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Then after this, write 3 into 5 raised to the power 3 whole divided by 2 raised to the power 4 into 5 raised to the power 1 into 5 raised to the power 3. Actually, we have multiplied 5 raised to the power 3 to the numerator as well as denominator. Here 5 cube is 125, 125 3s are 370. Then this is 5 raised to the power 4, it is 2 raised to the power 4. Hence 2 5s are 10, 10 raised to the power 4. It is nothing but 10,000. And that is equal to 0.037. Hope you have written. Now I'll move on to theorem 1.7. Theorem 1.7. Here also, I'll go for taking a rational number. Let us call this rational number as 22 by 7. And observe the denominator. Denominator is 7. Is it of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n? No, right? It is not equal to 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Then what will be its decimal expansion? I have taken very simple number as you are very familiar to you. As this number is very familiar to you, its value will be 3.142857.
Sir, on your video. Oh, sir. Turn on your voice sound.
The value of 22 by 7 is 3.142857, 142857, 142857, and so on. It is non-terminating recurring, non-terminating recurring. And this is possible if and only the denominator is not of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Clear? If denominator is of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, then the number will be having terminating decimal expansion. If it is not in this particular form, then we can say that it has non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. Now, I will make the statement. Let us say x is equal to p by q be a rational number where p and q are co-primes, such that the denominator q is not of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Then the decimal expansion of the number is non-terminating recurring. Followed? Please go on writing theorem 1.7. Theorem 1.7. Right. Let x equal to p by q be a rational number. Be a rational number where p and q are co-prime. In both the cases, taking p and q as co-prime is important. Even while solving also, p and q should be co-primes. Where p and q are co-primes, such that the denominator q is not of the form, right? Such that the denominator that is q is not of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, where n and n are non-negative integers. Non-negative integers means it starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Non-negative integers, full stop. Then would come on the decimal expansion of x is non-terminating recurrent. Non-terminating recurrent. Followed. Now you are taking an example. That is, say 22 by 7. Here, this is equal to 3.142857 bar, where Q, that is 7, is not of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Not only this, I'll take one more example. Call it as 10 by 3 or 1 by 3, whatever the number can be taken. Here 10 and 3 are co-prime. The value of this is 3.3333 and so on. Or just you may write 3 bar. Here 3 is also not in the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Hope that you have copied. Now, just I'll go for taking one example, one word example with respect to this concept. In that example only, I'll tell you what are the possible type of questions to be asked in the examination. Right. What examples? What examples? Right. What examples? Right. First one. Right. Check whether the following number has terminating or non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. Non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. If it terminates, after how many decimal places it terminates. Also find its decimal expansion. Also find its decimal expansion if it terminates. I'll go for taking two examples because with respect to decimal expansion of the rational number, we have two cases. Hope that you have written this. No, shall I take an example?
Wait, sir.
You can write with me. You can finish easily. I'll take an example.
Yes, sir.
Yes. First one, right. 3 by 20. Observe this. By going through this whole statement, you can come to know that there are 3 sub-questions. Among them, one is, first we have to check whether the following number has terminating or non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. This is first sub-question. Let's go for answering first. So here I write verification. As we are going to check it, let me go for taking the given number 3 by 20. Okay, just observe here 3 by 20. For the very first thing that you have to consider is whether numerator and denominator are co-primes or not. Are they co-primes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
3 and 20 are co-primes.
Yes, sir.
3 and 20 are co-primes. Please do remember, if they are not co-primes, then we have to simplify that. Here, no need to go for simplifying. Directly we can write 3 and 20 are co-primes. As they are co-primes, now let me go for taking the denominator. The denominator is 20. What is its prime factorization?
2 square into 5.
2 square into 5.
2 square into 5. Or else you can use working column for finding. As it is very simple. You can write it directly. 4 5s are 20. 4 is nothing but 2 square. Okay. Now denominator is equal to 2 square into 5. Now we know that it is in the form of 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. You may write either in sentence as is of the form like this. Or else you can write that's equal to 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Therefore, we can write, therefore, the given number has what type? Terminating or non-terminating recurring?
Terminating.
Yes, sir.
Terminating, right? Okay. Therefore, the given number has terminating decimal expansion. Terminating decimal expansion. Written up. Now please go to second sub question. Observe this. Observe second sub question. See, if it terminates, then after how many decimal places it terminates? Obviously, we know that the given number has it has a terminating decimal expansion. Now we have to give the answer for the question that after how many decimal places it will terminate. It is very simple. Observe the denominator. It is 20. It's equal to 2 square into 5. Observe the prime factorization. 2 square into 5. In that, the powers are 2 and 1. You have to take highest power. What is the highest power?
2.
2. Highest power. Right. Highest power is 2. This is. Therefore, it terminates after 2 decimal places. After 2 decimal places. Very simple thing. You have to check First, you have to observe whether numerator and denominator terms are co-primes. If so, find out the prime factorization of the denominator and see that highest power of prime factors. So that will be the number of decimal places. Here highest power is 2, therefore it terminates after 2 decimal places. You all may be thinking that how is this? So let us go for finding that. Observe the third sub-question. The third sub-question is also find its decimal expansion if it terminates. Already we know that it is terminating. Let us find out its decimal form. Again, I'll write answer. Not answer, solution. That is here, I'll write. Correct. Pratibha, you are right. 3 by 20. This is equal to 3 by 20. The prime factorization of 20 is 2 square.
2 square into 5.
No, 5 raised to the power 1. Now we have to equalize the powers of both 2 and 5.
Multiplying 5 on numerator and denominator both.
Very good. Here power is 2. Here is power is 1. To get one more power, I'll write 5. Multiply 5 to the numerator as well as denominator. Then this is equal to, see, 5 raised to the power 1 is 5. 5 3s are 15. Now this will be 2 square into 5 square. 2 square into 5 square, I'll write it with detail. This is equal to 10 square. 2 5s are 10, whole square. 10 square is
100.
100.
15 by 100. When if the denominator is having 10, 100, 1000, it is very easy to write the decimal expansion of the number. 15 is in here 0.15. See that here after decimal we have 2 digits, 1 and 5. Now you can observe this. It terminates after.
Sir, why we should only multiply 5 on both sides?
Hope that you have understood. Now shall I take up one more example?
Sir, why only
Yes, sir.
5 should multiply on both sides?
Yes, sir.
Sir, why only 5 should multiply on both sides?
Right. One more example. Second one. It is 7 by 30. I have given very simple. Whether 7 and 30 are co-primes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Right. First, verification. Verification. Right. 7 and 30 are co-primes because they are not divisible by any number except 1. Now find out the prime factorization of 30. Here I'll find out 30.
5,
3 5 2 5. It can be written as 3 into 2 into 5. Is it of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
of course, there are 2 and 5, but it is not only this form. Even 3 is also there. You can write it is not of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Now you tell whether it terminates or not.
Non-terminating.
Non-terminating recurring.
Non-terminating.
Correct? But you should listen my question.
Non-terminating recurring.
No. Answer to my question. I am asking you whether it terminates or not. I have asked yes or no question.
Not terminating.
No, sir.
It
No,
will
sir.
not terminate.
Sir.
If it is non-terminating, what type non-terminating it is?
Recurring.
Yes, recurring. Non-terminating recurring. So write the conclusion. Therefore, the given number has non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. The given number has a non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. Overall,
Yes, sir.
two examples are over. Now we are moving to exercise 1.4. But before that, just I'll give you one statement which was given in the examination. Right. Third one, please put 3 star marks. Third sub question, put 3 star. It was given, and it is also from NCERT textbook. It is 6 by 15. Now you tell that whether it is terminating or non-terminating.
Non-terminating. Terminating, sir, because they are not coprimes and 3 can be cancelled by simplification, sir.
Terminating.
See that. Some of you are telling that terminating, some of you are telling that non-terminating. Dear students, please do remember, I've already told you one important point, that you should observe whether numerator and denominator terms are coprimes or not. What do you say? 6 and 15, are they coprimes?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No. So
Common factor is
it
3.
should be simplified, right? Where is it written? Right. 6 by 15. This is equal to, it can be cancelled. See, 3 2s are 6 and 3 5s are. Observe the denominator 5. We all know that 5 can be written as 5 raised to the power 1 into 2 raised to the power 0. Right? Or 2 raised to the power 0 into 5 raised to the power 1. Now, this is in the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Therefore, it terminates. I'm writing directly. See, if you go for checking that without cancellation, you will get non-terminating recurring, because denominator 15 is there. 15 is 3 into 5, which is not of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Got it? But on simplification, we have come to know that denominator 5 is there, which is in the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Therefore, it terminates. The students, repeatedly I have been telling, whenever I'll be explaining, please listen my words carefully. And when I ask you to write, in that time only, please go for writing. Now it terminates. If it terminates, now you should tell after how many digits it will terminate.
1 digit, sir.
1 digit. Because your denominator 5 is there. Here I'll write 6 by 15. Please write with me. That is equal to, it is 2 by 5. And this is into 2 raised to the power 0. Here, observe the denominator. 5 and 2 is there. Are there? Highest power is 1. Therefore, it terminates after 1 decimal place. Right. Highest power is 1. Therefore, it terminates after 1 decimal place. 1 decimal place. Next. We have another sub question, that is, if it terminates, it should be written in decimal form. Here I will write 6 by 15 as it is. Then 2 by 5 raised to the power 1 into 2 raised to the power 0. Right?
Multiplying by 2, sir.
Yeah. We have to multiply 2 raised to the power 1. Here I'll take only this much. Observe. Denominator 5 raised to the power 1. There is no 2. Hence, I'll write 2 raised to the power 1 in the denominator, 2 raised to the power 1 the numerator. This is equal to, multiply this. 2 2s are 4, and this is 5 2s are 10. 4 by 10 can be written as 0.4.
0.4.
Observe, in the decimal place, we have only one digit. So we can say it terminates after one digit. Over. Over.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
1
Yes, sir.
second, sir.
Now we are moving to exercise 1.4. In that, I am going to club first main as well as second. It is same only. This is only. Right. Exercise 1.4. Exercise 1.4. Right. First main and second. First main and second main. Right. Without actually performing the long division, without actually performing the long division, without actually performing the long division, state whether the following rational numbers, state whether the following numbers, will have a terminating decimal expansion, or a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Repeating decimal expansion. This is first main question. I'll continue second main also. Write down the decimal expansion of those rationals. The decimal expansions of those rationals which terminate decimal expansion. Finished?
Sir.
Have you copied?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you write first sub-question. There are two sub-questions. First, you have to check whether it is terminating or non-terminating recurring. And second one, if it is terminating, you have to write its decimal form. First one, It is 13 by 3125. Just to put single star mark. Even this was given in the examination. First we shall, without actually performing the long division, you should not go for dividing it. Without dividing, you have to decide whether it is terminating or non-terminating. We have a method that, let's go for that. Right. Verification. Now you tell that whether 13 and 3125 are co-primes or not.
No, sir.
Co-prime, sir.
Are they co-primes?
Co-prime, sir.
Sir.
They are co-primes. Here are right. First, put imply symbol. 13 and 3125. You can check it. Okay. 13 2s are 26, 5 will remain 52. 13 4s are 52, then 5 will be there. It is not divisible. Hence, they are co-primes. Are co-primes. This is must. Without failure to write the sentence. Now, take the denominator. Denominator is 3125. Find out its prime factorization. As you are very familiar, you can tell. 5 5s are 25, 25 5s are 120, 125, 125 5s are 625, 625 5s are 3125. Directly it can be written, or else you will use the working part. 3125. Start dividing this by 5. 5 6 are 30, 1 will remain 12, 5 2s are 10, 2 will remain 25. 5 5s are 25. Next, 5. 1s are 5, 1 will remain. It becomes 12, 5 2s are 10, 2 will remain 25, 5 5s are. Then this is 5 25. Then 5 5s are. These are simple numbers you must remember. In the examination, if you go on writing like this, it consumes your time. Try to write directly. It is 5 raised to the power 5. Now, into, there is no 2, you can write 2 raised to the power 0. Now, from this you can come to know that it is of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Therefore, as it is in this form, we can say that it terminates or it has terminating decimal expansion. Right. Therefore, it has terminating decimal expansion. It has terminating decimal expansion. Next question is sub question. Write down the decimal expansion of rational which terminates. As it is terminating, let us write its decimal expansion. Right. Here, solution, because you are going to find. Please write with me. Write the given number. 13 by 3125. They are co-primes. Now, this is equal to 13 by, we have already found out the prime factorization of 3125. It is 5 raised to the power 5. There is no 2. Could you tell what should be done?
Multiplying 2 on numerator
Multiplying
and
by
denominator.
2
On
to the
both
power 5.
numerator and denominators.
2 root 5.
Hitesh Kumar, you tell.
Multiply to both numerator and denominators.
No. Any other student?
Multiplying 2 to the power of 5 on both.
Very good. Very good. Not just 2. I told you, power of both 2 and 5 should be same. Here, power of 5 is 5. There is no 2. Hence, 2 raised to the power 5 should be taken. It should be multiplied to the numerator, so denominator as well as numerator. Now you write. This is equal to 2 raised to the power 5. It is also very simple. 2 raised to the power 5. 2 2s are 4. 4 2s are 8. 8 2s are 16. 16 2s are
32.
32. Correct.
32.
Rakesh, you are right. It is 13 into 32.
416.
No, directly don't go for telling answer because some other students will be listening. You have to follow whatever I'll be telling. Now, 5 raised to the power 5, 2 raised to the power 5. How can it be written?
2 into 5 whole to the power
2
5.
into 5
2 into 5 whole raised to the power 5. Nothing but, see that 5 2s are 10. Power 5 as it is. Now, this is equal. Now, let's multiply 13 into 32. Nishka, you may be present.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 13. But let's multiply. 13 2s are 26.
20.
2 is 8. 13 3s are 39. Plus 2, 41.
41.
460. Here 10 raised to the power 5. You may write that 10 raised to the power 5 as it is, or else 1 after 5 0. Numerator 3 digits. Leaving this 100, remaining 3 zeros are there. So here 0.00416. Have you got same?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Madhuri, correct. Vishnu, correct. You are right. Pranav, very good. Very good. He has given one more information that. So this number will terminate after 5 decimal places. So in the decimal place, we have 5 digits. Right. Conclusion. Therefore, 13 by 3125 is equal to 0.00415. Okay. One more important information that here 10 raised to the power 5. You don't need to go for writing this step again. Directly you can write this as 10 raised to the power 5. In the decimal place, there will be 5 digits. Among the 3 digits are 4, 1, and 6. And first 2 zeros. You can also write it directly. But please do remember, this question will be asked for 1 mark. 1 mark. Either it may be just to decide whether it is terminating or not, or to write it in decimal form, or they may ask you after how many decimal places the decimal expansion of the given number terminates. This type question was given in yesterday's worksheet. Hope that you might have, most of you have done, but few students have not submitted. Please don't neglect. Try your best to submit or work, whatever the work will be given by me, as good as possible.
Sir, I have not understood yesterday's third question.
Okay. Now, let's move on to another one. Right. Second submission.
Sir,
Yes.
I'm having doubt, sir.
Yes, please ask me.
Sir, in the denominator, you said that only 2 to the power of m and 5 to the power of n should be there, no, sir?
Of course.
Sir, if any other number will come, sir?
If any other number is there, then it is not terminating, recurring.
Yes, okay, sir. Only 2 and 5 should be there, sir.
Very simple. For terminating, either there must be only 2 raised to the power n, or there will be 5 raised to the power n, or both may be there. 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. If any one of these 3 conditions hold good, then we can say that it terminates. Clear? Your
Yes,
name? Pratibha?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. See, when we will be solving the question, we will go for even discussion also, and you don't go for hurry burry, because some students will be having the habit of solving the next problems also. That's not fine. You have to listen the words used by the teacher carefully. Now, Right second one. It is 17 by 8. Let's write it directly. Verification. First you check. Numerator and denominator terms are co-primes or not? Pratibha, what do you say?
They are co-primes, sir.
They are co-prime.
Sir, they are not co-primes, sir.
Right. 17 and 8 are co-prime. Please write this sentence without fail. Then, denominator 8 is there. It can be written as 2 raised to the power 3. There is no 5, but we can write 5 raised to the power 0. Now, this is of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Therefore, it terminates. Let's move quickly. Right. As it terminates, we have to write its decimal form. Here, given number is 17 by 8. This is equal to 17 by 8 is nothing but 2 cube. I think so. Yes. What should be multiplied?
5 cubes, sir.
5 cubes, sir.
Okay.
On numerator and denominator. Both numerator and
Multiply
denominator.
5 cube to the numerator as well as denominator. It's equal. 17 into 5 cube is 125. Prem P. Kaleshwar. I can expect this. Prem P. Kaleshwar. Or Sudarshan.
Sir,
You can answer. 2 cube into 5 cube.
10 raised to the power 3, sir.
10 raised to the power 3. Yes, this is equal to. Let's multiply this. 17 5s are 85. 8 is the carry. 17 2s are 34 plus 8, 42. 4 is the carry. 17 1s are 17 plus 4. This is correct. 17 1s are 21.
125.
Have you got say 2125?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Aditya, you are right. Very good. Aditya, appreciate. Good.
2.125.
2.125.
125. 2.125. So it terminates after 3 decimal places. We should correct Deepak. You are right. Very good.
Terminates after 3 digits, sir.
Yes. Therefore, 17 by 8 is 2.125. Spandana, you're right. Spandana M. Next, we'll move on to third one. Okay, you're right. We should correct it is. As it is online, I know that you all might be noticing that I'm moving a bit slowly. Of course, it should be slow in the beginning because making you to understand the concept is very important. If I move a little bit faster, then syllabus will keep on covering as early as possible. But your understanding is much important. And don't feel I'm moving slowly. Just do follow. Right. It is 64 by 455. Are they co-primes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right.
They are co-primes.
Sir, they are co-prime.
Verification. 64 and 455 are co-prime. Then find out prime factorization of the denominator. The given number is
5 into 7 into 13.
Yes, sir. It is. As it ends with 5, you can start dividing by 5. 5 9s are, then 1s are. Then this is 37 is equal to 5 into 13 into 7. Is it of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
It is non-terminating recurring.
Hitesh, you
Yes,
can
sir.
tell. You can tell why it is not in this form.
Because it has not 2 to the power of m and 5 to the power of n, sir.
5 is there, no? I am asking
2
you
is
the
not
same.
there, sir.
Not in this form, because it consists of even 13 and 7 also. That is why it is not of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Yes. Therefore, it is non-terminating recurring. Non-terminating recurring. Or you can also write, therefore, it has non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. If it is non-terminating, no need to go for finding its decimal. I'll rub it. Let's move on. 4th. Right. 4th one. It is 15 by 1600. First check whether they are co-primes.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Co-primes.
No, sir.
No, sir. They are not.
They are not co-prime.
They are not co-primes because both can be divided by 5. 5 is also a common factor. Hence, what is the next step? I think you are Pratibha.
3 and 320 are co-primes, sir.
Yes.
3 and 320 are co-primes, sir.
Now, if they are not co-primes, we have to simplify it first. Right. Verification. 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 It is 15 by 1600. It's equal to
3 by 320.
5 and
3 by
0.
320.
3 by 327.
5.
3 by
5 are 50. Here, 5 3s are 50. 1 will remain. 5 2s are then 0. 320. Now, these two are co-primes. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you know 320. Find out its prime side coefficients. 32 is there. It is so easy. 2 raised to the power 5. 2. 1s are 6s are 0s are 2. 8s are 0s are 2. 4s are 0s are 2. 2s are 0s are 2. 10s are 2. 5s are
5 square into 2 to the power of 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 raised to the power 6 into 5. Right. 3 by 2 raised to the power 6 into 5 raised to the power 2 raised to the power 6 into 5 raised to the power 1. Have written same?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this is equal to 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Therefore, we can write it has terminating decimal expansion. It has terminating decimal expansion. If so, now we have to find out. Yes. Now we have to express that in decimal form. Right. Solution 15 by 1600. On simplification, you got 3 by 320, and on finding the prime factorization of 320, you got 2 raised to the power 6 into 5 raised to the power 1. Could you tell what should be multiplied to the denominator?
5 to the power 5.
5 to the power 6.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It is 5 raised to the power
5.
5 into 5 raised to the power 5. You are familiar with 5 raised to the power 5 because already we have come across.
3125.
Correct. Just answer. 5 5s are 25. 25 5s are 125. 125 5s are 625. 625 5s are 3125. Don't go for multiplying again in the working column. Directly you may write. It is.
Sir, why 5 raised to the power 5?
3125.
5 raised to the power 5.
9375, sir.
Sir, why you should take power as 5 only, sir?
I'll tell you. Observe. In the denominator, we have 2 raised to the power 6, 5 raised to the power 1. Observe the powers. 6 and 1 is there. To equalize these, here already 1 is there. Still we need 5. Hence, we take 5 raised to the power 5. Next, denominator. It can be written directly as 5 is a 10. 10 raised to the power 6. That is equal to 3125. 3 is up. Let us write it directly.
9375.
Okay, 3 3s are 9. So 9,000. 125 3s are 375. So 9,375. Have you got the same?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You should try.
Plus 6. Terminate, sir.
Nikita Saunor, you are right. Okay, okay. Sudarshan, you are right. Listen to me. Here, you must try your best to avoid working column. Because when we come across simple numbers, or when we come across the statement we have already used, try to write them directly. That will save your time. Your 10 raised to the power 6 is there. I'll write as is. Now, you all know that this number will terminate after 6 digits. Correct.
Yes,
Manya, DR, you are right.
Yes, sir.
It is. We can write 0.00 because 10 raised to the power 6 is there. Here
937.
937. Right. Here 4. 15 by 1600 is 0.009375. Still many are there. Let's move a little bit fast. Right. Fifth. 29 by 340. Are they co-primes?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Right. 29 and 343 are co-primes. Right, little bit fast. Then denominator 343. How do you write?
7 cube.
Yes, you are very familiar with the cube numbers. 1 cube. You must learn the cubes of the numbers from 1 to 10. Please do practice them. 343 is 7 cube. Now, this is not of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Therefore, it is non-terminating record. Non-terminating record. I'll take 6th one. Correct. Right, 6th one. It is 23 by 23 by 2 cube into 5 square. It's very interesting. Do you know why?
They have only given 2 to the
They
power.
have
They
only
only
given-
give, sir, the form of
The denominator is already in the form 2 raised to the power 3 into 5 raised, sorry, 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Write it directly. Right. 2 cube into 5 square is of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Therefore, it terminates, or it has terminating decimal expansion. Right solution. It is 23 by 2 cube into 5 square. I can, Skanda Bondare, you are on the line. Now you should tell. Here 23 by 2 cube into 5 square. What should be multiplied? This question is for Skanda Bondare. Sriram. Okay. Others?
5 to the power 1, sir.
Into
5, sir.
Into
5.
5.
multiplying by 5.
5.
Very good. Prem, you are right. Mohammed Rakeen,
5 to
you
the
are right.
power 1.
Okay. Here power is 3. Here power is 2. Still we need one more. So 5 raised to the power 1 into 5 raised to the power 1. It's equal to 23. 5
115.
you can go for writing.
115, sir.
150. Then 2 cube, 5 cube.
10 cube. 10 cube, 1000.
It's equal to 0.
0.011.
Not 0.115. Only 115. 0.115. Because numerator 3 digits are there. Here
Terminate after 3 digits, sir.
in the decimal place you will get 3 digits. Right, conclusion. Therefore, 23 by 2 cube into 5 square is 0.115. I'll rub this. Hope that you are writing with me. Don't be lagging and don't move much ahead also. Just keep on writing with me. Next it is 7th one. Is like this. 129 by 2 square into 5 raised to the power 7 into 7 raised to the power 5.
Sir, it is non-terminating recurring.
Non-terminating recurring.
Terminating
Very
recurring,
good.
sir.
Yes, you are right. The denominator, but 2 and 5 are there now.
It is having 7 to the
There
power
is another
2.
number 7 is
Good.
there, sir. 7 is
Okay. Even the denominator has 7 raised to the power 5. Therefore, we can say that it is not of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Yes. Right. Verification. 2 square, that is denominator, into 5 raised to the power 7 into 7 raised to the power 5 is not of the form. You may write either in sentence form or as directly symbolic form. 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Therefore, it has non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. It has non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. Hope you have copied. Now it is 8th one.
Yes, sir.
8 1 6 by 15 is there. Already it is over, right? Solid. 8 1 in what example I had given this. Now you write next one. Ninth and 10. Still two more are there. This is 9th one. It is 35 by 50.
They are not
Terminating.
They're not chrome.
Terminating.
They are not terminating. Not co-prime, sir.
And you must cultivate the habit of answering to my question. Whenever I ask the question and what question will be asked, that you have to listen carefully and answer in that time only. Kishan Revankar, you are right. Right. Verification.
Terminating, sir.
Verification. 35 and 50 both are divisible by 5. That is other than 1. Therefore, they are not co-primes. Right? As they are not co-primes, they must be simplified. 35 by 50 is equal to, yeah, 5 7s are 5 10s are. 10 is in the denominator. It is 2 into 5.
2 into 5.
Is asked for 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Therefore, it terminates. It terminates. Let's find out its decimal form. It's very easy. 7 by 10 is there. Is nothing but 0.7. Right. 35 by 50. On simplifying, you got 7 by 10, and this can be written as 0.7. Yes, it terminates after 1.
Terminates after 1 digit.
Deepak, you are right. Next one. Right. 10th one. It is 77 by 210. Are they co-primes?
No, sir, they are not, sir.
No, sir, they are not co-prime.
Co-prime. So please go for simplifying. Right. Verification would imply symbol 77 by 210. Both can be divided by 7. 7 ones are ones are, 7 threes are zeros.
30.
Take the denominator only, that is 30.
2 into 3 into 5.
Directly as 2 into 3 into 5. 2 threes are 6, 6 5s are 30. The
Not of the form 2 to the power m.
is not of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. Therefore, it has non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. It has non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. Hope that you are copied. Yes. Now 2 mains are over. Let's move on to third one. Right, third. It is the following real numbers have decimal expansions. Decimal expansions. As given below. As given below. In each case, decide whether they are rational or not. Decide whether they are rational or not. First, if they are rational, and of the form P by Q, come on. What can you say about the prime factors of Q? Once you go through the statement is the following real numbers have decimal expansions. They have given that. I'll give you one by one. In each case, decide whether they are rational or not. We know that you can say it is rational or not. Very simple. Are rational
Terminating or non-terminating?
P by Q, if it has terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating recurring decimal expansion, then you can say that it is rational. If it is non-terminating recurring, so non-terminating non-recurring, it is irrational. Now, if they are rational and of the form P by Q, obviously, if they are rational, it will be in the form of P by Q. Then what can you say about the prime factors of Q? Okay, let's move on to that. Right, first one. It is 43.123456789. Whether it is rational or not.
Rational, sir.
Rational.
Because it terminates, sir.
Terminates.
Very good. Right. Answer. It is a terminating decimal expansion. Therefore, it is a rational number. It is a rational number. Next, another sub question is there. See, in case decide whether they are rational or not. If they are rational and of the form P by Q, what can you say about Q? Obviously, it can be written in the form of P by Q. Please don't write, just observe. 43.123456789 can be written as 43.123456789 divided by 1 after. See, here in the decimal part, we have 9 digits. 10 raised to the power 9. And the denominator 10 raised to the power 9 is there. It can be written as 2 into 5 whole raised to the power 9. Can be written as 2 raised to the power 9 into 5 raised to the power 9. It will be of the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. So if it terminates, the denominator will be having the prime factors 2 and 5. See that? what can you say about the prime factors of Q? Prime factor. Q will be having the prime factors 2 and 5 only, or either it may be having 2 or it may be having 5 or both. Right. They are not asked you to express that in P by Q. Just you have to write the answer for this. You can say that Q has the prime factors 2 or 5 or both. It may be having the prime factor only 2 or only 5 or both maybe. Hope that you have understood.
Sure.
Now let's move on to second. Second one, it is 0.120 1200 12 3 times 0 12 4 times 0 and so on. Yes. Whether it is terminating or non-terminating.
Non-terminating.
Terminating,
Non-decimal, sir.
It is irrational number.
Answer to my question. I asked you
Non-terminating,
whether
non-recurring.
non-terminating. You said that non-terminating.
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 Non-recurring, sir. Non-recurring.
Yes, non-terminating, non-recurring. So if it is non-terminating, non-recurring, it is an irrational number. Right? Answer. It is a non-terminating. Is non-terminating, non-recurring decimal expansion. Non-recurring decimal expansion. Therefore, is irrational. It is irrational. Next, let's move on to third one. Third question is 43.12345678 are
Non-terminating.
non-terminating and recurring.
Non-terminating.
Non-recurring, sir.
Non-terminating, sir.
Recurring, sir.
Non-terminating, recurring, sir.
no, it
Yes, sir.
is.
Non-terminating, recurring.
Irrational number, sir.
Hitesh, Vishnu,
Sir.
Rational.
wait. Pratibha, whenever I ask you the question, then only you go for answering. If you do so, it will be disturbance for others. It is 43.12345678 bar. This bar indicates the repeating block. Hence, you can say that it is a non-terminating recurring. If it is non-terminating recurring, rational or irrational?
Rational.
Rational.
Right. It is
Rational.
a non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. Therefore, it is
Rational.
When you express this in P by Q form, you can come to know that the denominator will not be in the form 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the
Other
power.
than 2 to the 2 into.
Yes. That means it will be having other than 2 and 5. There may be 2 and 5, but along with that, there may be another number. Or only other number may be there in the denominator. Right. Q has the prime factors 2 other than 2 and 5. Copied?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dear students, we have completed your NCERT textbook, all problems. Now we will move on to additional problems. And one more thing. Now I am unable to ask question to particular students because still even I am also practicing your name. Within 2 to 3 days, I'll be perfect about your names. All the students have taken the admissions. I remember all those students' name and I'll ask question to particular students only. Then in that time you can go for responding. Okay. Hope that you have copied up to here. Last one more important point will be given. Copy that in the notes. Right. No. Let me tell you. Listen. Listen to me carefully. Dear students, when I was teaching about HCF and LCM and the relationship among the given numbers and their HCF and LCM, one student has asked the question that, sir, we know that HCF into LCM is equal to product of two numbers. It is good for it, or it holds good for two positive integers. This was the statement given by me, but the student asked, is it applicable for three positive integers? That is, can we write HCF into LCM is equal to A into B into C? In that time I told it is not possible. Then he asked me a question that, sir, is there any relationship among the given three positive integers and their HCF and LCM? We have that relationship that has been given in the page number 19. I'm going to give you the same. Right. Relationship. Among.
Sir, we must copy, sir.
Yes, you must copy whatever I have been writing. Relationship among three numbers or three positive integers. Three positive integers. A, B, and C. In textbook, I have taken PQR. Here I have taken ABC. And their HCF and LCM. Their HCF and LCM. Yes. All right. Now observe. Here there are two cases. Case 1. Case 1, we will write like this. HCF for all the three numbers. Please write with me. That is A, B, and C. It is equal to A into B into C. Then LCM of A, B, C whole divided by LCM of A comma B into LCM of B comma C into LCM of C comma A. This is the statement. See the relationship among HCF and LCM also with three numbers, three positive integers ABC. This is one more case is there, right? Case 2. It is, see, here we have written HCF in terms of HCF. Now we are going to write LCM in terms of HCF. LCM of ABC, this is equal to A into B into C into HCF of ABC by HCF of AB into HCF of BC into HCF of CA. Written up? Have you written?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is about the information regarding your NCERT textbook. And from next class onwards, we will go for taking some of the additional problems. I think 1 or at most 2 periods are enough. Okay. Dear students, before concluding the class, just let me give you the information. Tomorrow, conducted on the chapter real numbers. It is in the morning from 7 to 8. Test timing is from 7 to 8. Next, from 8:15 to 8:45, a parent-teacher meeting will be there. Parent-teacher students meeting will be there. So your presence is also must along with your parents. Followed? And soon after that, I'll go for sending you the key answer. You go for cross-checking yourself, do the evaluation yourself. And if you do not come to know, you just send your answer to my answer sheet to my number. I'll check that and I'll tell your marks. Okay. And from Monday onwards, we'll focus on additional problems. Shall we conclude the class?
Okay, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Bye,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
For yesterday's
Whatever we have
discussion.
covered, please do practice them without fail.
Sir, what is the maximum marks, sir?
For yesterday,
20 marks. Maximum 20 marks.
Sir, when you will
not understood yesterday's question.
Okay. So with this, let us stop the class. Thank you very much.
Thank you.